I'm recharged. I'm good to go today. So
I use Amplemarket on a daily basis by doing all of my daily activities through it. It makes my days a lot easier because I think the difference between Amplemarket and a lot of other solutions out there is that I have a system working for me on a day-to-day basis rather than feeling like I'm having to piece together a bunch of different solutions essentially. And so everything from talking to uninterested prospects to me not having to worry about sending follow-ups myself just makes my days a lot easier. In terms of making my work more efficient, I think the potential I have to reach out to a wider audience is definitely a game changer for me because, again, you're able to very easily, with our LinkedIn extension, go through and use all the content that's on LinkedIn to find where potential prospects may be. And if you look at how the content on LinkedIn has exploded these past few years, some people even say it's turning into Facebook in some type of ways. There's a lot to use there. And so it also helps me because I'm not having to generate my own content on a day-to-day. I can use sales influencers to find like-minded individuals who might be looking for our solution. So tip for anyone out there that's in an SDR role is make sure to carve out a lot of time towards the end of the day for your cold calls. Specifically at the end of the week, people are much more receptive to talking to you on a Friday afternoon than it would be a Monday when they might be having the Monday blues. A small secret that people should know about Amplemarket and what helps a lot of companies is our smart actions and automated follow-ups. And for example, I was looking at a study and about 20% of all cold outreach responses are out of office. With Amplemarket, our system is so intelligent that they can detect what date they say to touch base on, and our platform actually reaches out without the individual having to do anything. And so it's a very small thing, but it goes quite a long ways when 20% of people you're reaching out to, you know they're going to get that follow-up. A lot of SDRs and reps would like to do that, but simply it's typically snoozed, put on a reminder, and it just doesn't take place. My favorite feature within Amplemarket would by far be the LinkedIn extension that we have, and that is because I'm very creative in terms of building cold outreach and also just finding relevant content on there. I think one of my favorite ones I've done recently is I found someone, a sales influencer, talking about golf. And I wrote a small sequence that appealed to all the bad golfers out there like myself. And thankfully there's quite a few out here. So that's got some great responses and actually led to some meetings booked. And I think it's just those small things where if you have a little bit of creativity and look outside maybe your typical search terms, the content on LinkedIn can be used to find prospects maybe you never would have thought of before. The number one piece of advice I would give to any other SDRs out there is to forget the script. Too many times I thought if I just wrote it all down on a piece of paper, I would be fine. At the end of the day, what every call you're going to have is about is having an authentic conversation, being genuine, and if you can actually connect with the other individual that you're talking to and discuss a lot of the same pains companies are having on a daily basis, you're going to be much more effective than you would be if you're just trying to talk through certain features or anything of that nature. So I think it just comes down to really emphasizing the human side of sales and not just sounding like a robot. I'd say one key thing to note in terms of organizing your calendar as an SDR would be focus on having the discovery calls earlier in the day and save cold calling for later towards when people are getting off of work. For a few different reasons. One, you'll get far more pickups. People actually answer the phone, but also people are going to want to talk to you as they're heading out of the office rather than walking in and dealing with all of their work issues. So small tip that I think will go a long way.